Okay, this video is for new viewers in January 2025. This channel, Peter Rogers MD, is one of the best nutrition and health channels in the whole internet, in the world. I've had people tell me they think it's the most valuable health information on the whole internet. I've had doctors buy me Faraday bags to store hard drive copies of the content from this YouTube channel on the internet. They say it's the best health information on the internet. My goal is to be the best doctor in the world. I think I already am. Dr. McDougall was the best doctor in the world, but he died, so I think I am now. There's other really good ones, but I think my information is going to be more useful, more accurate. There's going to be less BS, less nonsense. I'm not selling anything. I don't sell any supplements or foods or anything. I don't have any telehealth clinics, so I don't recruit patients to anything. I can tell you everything up front because there's nothing to save, no reason to save anything. I have no sponsors. I don't promote any products. Anybody that knows me knows I'm not allowed. I'm ostracized by the bro science circuit, by the high fat phony circuit. So I occasionally get interviewed, not too often. But anyways, I'll try to give you the best information I can. If you ask a question, I try to answer most questions, but there's too many of them. I can't get to all of them. Sometimes I don't know the answer. Sometimes I just don't have the time. I'm real busy. I still work full time as a clinical doctor. My background was I was an imaging-guided surgeon who subsequently then became a neuroradiologist, and I was fat myself, got interested in nutrition to try to save myself, and my parents had medical problems, and then I couldn't stop reading about it because this is where all the answers are in medicine. I had a whole bunch of different nicknames: Spartan Vegan, Bad Boy of Veganism, Medical Monk's probably the best one, and there's other ones. My main focus is nutrition and toxicology, but I do often talk about art, about music, literature, philosophy, religion, current events, and all that stuff. Some people said separate them. There's no way I can. I just don't have enough time. I basically just get home from work, crank out a couple videos, leave it at that. This is about all I got time to do. I don't got time to do anything else, really. The diet I recommend is low fat, low sodium, 100% vegan, single ingredient foods only, 100% whole foods, 100% organic if possible, no oils, no avocados, no soy, none of this other crap, processed foods, MSG, MFG, any of that stuff. If any other channel says different, then I disagree with them. I'm right, they're wrong. Unique features, also this channel. Most of the nutrition experts on the internet kind of come from what I would consider like internal medicine backgrounds, family practice backgrounds, sort of conventional medical backgrounds. Mine's rather unique in the sense that I'm primarily a brain doctor. That's my main interest in the brain. And I was interested also in figuring out, why are all these people coming dementia? The incidence of dementia has gone up and up. And as I studied it, trying to really understand it in detail, it's the same old stuff. Diabetes, hypertension, obesity, leaky gut. And so I studied all those things in great detail, excitotoxicity, etc. But much more so from what I've seen of anybody else on the internet, even the so-called brain and nutrition and neurology experts, I've gone in far more detail. You'll be amazed if you actually care about the details. The other thing, too, is I'm not necessarily talking to patients. A lot of times I'm trying to convince doctors of my ideas. I got pissed off because some of the medical journals wouldn't publish my ideas because they weren't profitable. I have the best theories in the world about neurodegeneration, about mitochondrial inhibitors, about spinal degeneration. And I've rewritten the textbooks of internal medicine, and much of psychology, psychiatry, and neurology, etc. Let's see what else. The best feature on this site is going to be the playlists. That's where you're going to have the most value, because in the playlist I make sure there's no repeats. If you just search something like diabetes, there will be some videos that are repeated. I often have a theme for each month. Like this month of January is obesity and weight loss, that sort of thing. Because of people's New Year's resolutions to lose weight and be healthy and become a vegan. My starter vegan video came out this month. So each month I'm going to have some type of theme, and I will have some reruns. I know my shorts are kind of vulgar. They're not made by me. They're made by a viewer, and they're a little bit tacky, even cringy sometimes. Sorry about that, but I can't do anything about that right now. I don't even know how to make one. Someday maybe I'll learn. I'm just too swamped and busy these days. I write a lot of books. I've written over 20 books. I'll often do excerpts from them, chapters from them, and cycle those around. I recently wrote the book about McDougall, and I often show chapters from that because I wanted to learn everything he knows. He was the best doctor in the world. Okay, the lectures at this site are kind of a higher IQ level, I think, than what you're going to see at most sites. I'm sort of talking to people with IQs. I'm guiding it about an IQ 120 to 130 level, which is pretty advanced, average doctor IQ. Different docs, different nutrition experts speak at a different level depending on what they think most of their audience is. Mine's really kind of like, a small channel for motivated, smart people. I love Christian music. I love Christianity. If you don't like it and you have a problem with it, then you can get lost, because that's the way this channel is. And as a matter of fact, I think religion is the only thing that can save healthcare. The reason should be obvious. Basically, if you don't have a Bible-based worldview, you have to think man is created in the image of God, or otherwise he will not be respected. There's just too much money to be made from lying and ripping off people that you're never going to have honest medicine unless you have a Bible-based worldview. I actually think it's impossible to have good science without it. And people who would try to contradict that, I would tell them, take a look at reality. Almost all the journals and the medical stuff, the nutrition stuff, everything is based on atheistic Darwinism, which basically has no moral foundation. So there's always an advantage to lying and cheating and stealing. And so the only way you can get rid of that is you have to say the person is the most important thing. No matter what, that what you do to the least of my brethren, you do unto me. I will do right by the individual. You have to have that, or you cannot save medicine, you cannot save science, and you won't be able to save other things, including the country as well. That's just reality. Ayn Rand had said, the most important rights are individual rights. The smallest minority is the individual. If you respect individual rights, you'll respect everything else. And that's what's missing in society today, so I'm always going to repeat that. Okay, let's see what else. The playlists, again, are the money where there's no repeats, and I think that's the key thing. And I went through most of the common diseases. I got playlists on book reviews, playlists on study skills, and all those other things. So anyways, I hope you find it helpful.